Okay. Yeah. Well, I should have gotten my tea in my pipe. But let me go for a review on Puerto Rico, which I just finished playing. I think it's a pretty good game. I mean, for what it is, I can understand why it was rated #1. That's more than I can say for Twilight Struggle. Not that Twilight Struggle is a bad game per se. I don't get the target audience for it. I just don't believe that there's a demographic that truly believes that that is the best game by so much that it got ranked #1. It seems really unfathomable to me. Anyway, component-wise, you saw them during the game. We've got some really nice, normal, Euro quality, about what you'd expect, but I'm always amazed, that we've got these pretty little wooden pieces and nice heavy cards and all kind of crap like that. That's nice stuff. There's no question, and it definitely adds to the enjoyment. I mean, imagine playing with little cutout pieces of paper or something. I don't care how good the game is, especially with something this light, it's going to detract, compared to a really pretty set. Which is why people play with nice chess sets, for example. So I think it's perfectly reasonable to have good components like that. The rules were very good, I think. Obviously, I'm not the best person to read any set of rules, but, again, for a game this light, there may be too many pages of them, but I think they do an adequate job, and I'm not going to complain about it. There's a nice reference on, a couple pages on each of the different buildings, and most of the rest of it, it could definitely be done more parsimoniously, but again, I'm not. What about the gameplay itself? Well, like I said, I think it's pretty good. It's something that I certainly wouldn't mind playing once a year, once every 6 months, like any game that I like. I think that it's not something that I put this in a response to the thread, I think it's not something, I know it's not something that I would want to say, oh hey, let's get together for a game of Puerto Rico. It's too small, I might say, hey, let's go hang out at the coffee shop and bring Puerto Rico, because that would be fun to play while we're there. And, there's other distractions and stuff. It's not something I want to focus on entirely. That's me. I'm not saying that the game is, can't be played with that level of focus. I'd play a game of Go in that same circumstance. That's my favorite circumstance for a game of Go. It's my favorite circumstance for Scrabble, which, to tell you the truth, requires way too much thinking for me to want to play under any other circumstance. It's not a matter of it needs more thinking. It's actually a matter of I would rather have something else to do so I don't feel boned because I know I'm not thinking hard enough for the game. This is not, it doesn't require the same level that Phoenicia does, I think. I think that you can kind of play this more just on instinct right from the beginning. Now, I don't know, you may have seen my plays and say, my God, that guy just has no clue. I mean, anyone picking this game, I don't know, I got the feeling, now I may feel completely differently if I ever play this against people, but I got the feeling that, hey, I kind of get this. And I've gotten that feeling with other Euro games. I do not get that feeling with Phoenicia. Phoenicia, I feel like I could really, really work a lot harder at it than I'm willing to do. With this, I could pay more attention to what other people got. But that's really about it. I don't feel like I can calculate out what the best move is to any degree until maybe the very end of the game. And even then, it's probably too late. I probably cannot gain victory by doing that calculation. It looked to me, at least the playing I had, somebody ran away with the game eventually. And I like that. I mean, I don't mind if a game's close to the end, as long as you can't assure it by working really, really hard and calculating out every point. That's one thing I hate about History of the World, especially the original version without the chips, but any version of it, you can look at it and say, I can absolutely maximize my points at this point. I feel like that's hard in this. Not because of luck so much, as a different form of luck. So, there's the luck of, I draw a card, I have a hand, I roll a die, and I have no idea what's going to happen. But then there's the luck of, I have no idea what the guy next to me is going to do. I might be able to calculate out what his best move is if I think real hard, and then be able to try to counter that. But I find that it's much easier to work that kind of thing on instinct, and that's what I do in XX, for example. I can look at the guy next to me and say, ah, shit. If I hold on to these shares, he's got a chance to dump his company on me. Hey, do I want to take that risk? Not, whatever. I feel like that's the kind of decision I can make here. Is that guy going to do production? How can I mitigate that? Should I do it instead? Those kind of decisions, and I feel like those come very, very naturally, at least for me, and that I would have a good time playing this even with other humans. Sorry, drop the other. All right. Beyond that, I don't know what else to say. It's not a game that I'd want to study real hard. I'm probably going to give it around a 7 in terms of rating. It's definitely not as good as some other games that I think are very Euro-ish. Things like Imperial. It's good for me, obviously, right? You know what I mean? Imperial I really, really enjoy. I think that's close to as much fun and enjoyment as I can get out of a game that's so stripped down. This one, I can enjoy it. That's the best I can say. But again, I can picture other people who are really into this kind of game, really, really liking this, and I can't picture many people really despising it. And that's why I say I can see where it was at that #1 rating very easily. Even I, who am not a Euro lover, will say, hey, this is a pretty good game. I wouldn't mind playing this every now and then. I just, I wouldn't go fanatic over it. All right, that's about it.